Let's continue. Find the Watcher, report to the Ambassador. Move this a little bit closer, like right there.
This is where you fell. Don't count on anyone cleaning up the bloodstain anytime soon.
Literally right there.
Envoy, got a situation over here.
You died. But you're here. Gods, am I glad to see you.
Envoy, I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel? And yet you rallied your spirits and reported for duty. Your dedication is admirable. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. You said you had a missive for me from the Emperor? Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire.
Adiran
and
Empire.
an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation. Here's something to tide you over. But your work isn't finished just yet. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles. At this point, I can't rule anything out. We're in uncharted waters. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire. At least rebels know the meaning of negotiation and compromise. But a plague kills indiscriminately. Though, even I must admit, the rebels have gone too far. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
All the more reason to strike first, or so the thinking goes.
whatever their reason, we have to retaliate for the good of the Empire. I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the living lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisian rebels must face justice. Ludwig goes where she likes, haunting the living lands like a vengeful spirit. She'll reappear when she chooses, and not a moment sooner. Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise. I can tell you're skeptical, but remember that you're an outsider here, and a lot of Kith aren't exactly thrilled to see so many Adirans in their midst.
New weeds, a new beast in the tall grass. Predator or mate?
As you've seen firsthand, you could use some local help, especially if we really are after Paradisans.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another. An unusual course of treatment, but who am I to argue? Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
Claviger Edmund. I know the blighting of the strangle root is a cause for concern, but I must strongly discourage any trade deal that involves buying additional crops from Fiora Massive Inverno. We cannot endorse the blasphemous trade of anonymity, much less welcome it to our dinner tables. Ambassador Hilgard. Make everything so difficult.
Yeah, so close. But what's the point? It's useless without the
So, you're the one they all crow about, eh? Best hunt. Ha! The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey, providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip, Amakul. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be, hiding behind stone walls all your life?
You don't know anything about me, you Adira Nimdut. So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Dukte Drago Sakasat Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth across your throat.
Marius can handle himself. Of course, if you're bored, we could always start something anyway. I think this is about to get interesting.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdut the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of Widow's Kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so, if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
He's crafty, but he's no maniac. Just watch.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods. You.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully.
All right.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy? Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a person. I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left there we can use to track them. Bloodstains, footprints, darts left behind. If we find anything at all, we can find your assassins. We'll figure this out, Amakul. Don't you worry.
New companion, Marius. Known as the best hunter and wilderness guide in the Living Lands, Marius has lived all over the Living Lands, but there is no place he truly calls home. Marius uses ancient Pargrunin stealth and survival techniques to gain the advantage over his foes, trapping them in gripping vines or disappearing from sight to ambush them with a silent attack. His senses are attuned to detect threats and objects scattered across the Living Land. Abilities: Binding Roots. Marius uses his wilderness lore to root an enemy in ground in place for 8 seconds. Hunter's Sense. Order Marius to scan for enemies, loot, and plants in the Living Lands. Ooh, okay. That second ability must be nice. Investigate the scene of the crime. Let's go over here first. Find the Watcher.
You there. Are you just going to stand there and gawk at that body all day?
Stay out of trouble.
Is there no fast travel over there? We go all the way back. Let's first investigate the scene of the crime and then come back.
Yeah, so close. But what's the...
Look at the little guy. He's slow.
Right here. This is where the envoy fell.
If it were me, I'd take the shot from up there above the embassy. Let's see if we can get up there.
Yeah, all the way up here. Going through here?
Here, by the graffiti. You can reach the roofs from there. With any luck, your assassins will be as bad at hiding their tracks as they were at making sure you stay dead.
Guess the deer and discipline doesn't apply to that.
Nice!
On sick!
Glad that's over.
What are these spiders doing here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Flask of poison. This flask is empty, but it reeks of swamp water and rancid berries.
Smells familiar, but I can't place it. Whatever it is, it's not used for game hunting or keeping beasts out of your garden. The apothecary might know more. That's where I'd look.
Seems like a good place to start.
It tells us they were hunting you. Whoever did this takes pride in their work. They made sure this stuff would kill you. Go back to the market and up the stairs to the east. You'll see a large building with a big window on top.
The Mermaid's Den. Nice place. We should say hello to Juliana while we're there.
Ooh.
The apothecary is in the back alley. Any luck? We could track down who made this poison. Find your killers.
Nice, we leveled up. Let out a fearsome. Nah, I want to companions. Bleed accumulation. Yeah, I'd want him to be able to deal bleed. It's not like you can just. What's that noise? Plus 10% critical damage. I think that's very valuable. Okay.
Walk in, give her the letter, and go. You can do this.
really quiet. You can hear actors' souls dying as people just keep on walking.
I wouldn't go up there, stranger. That's Sparrow Hall.
Adherents ain't welcome around the Pearl District. Mind you.
So I'm not
Just
welcome
act
here.
natural. Nothing weird going on here. Why is that one looking at me?
Let us in, sweetheart.
I told you, we're closed.
Not for us.
There. That's the apothecary.
Oh, huh. Aren't you the outlander who died in the streets? How are you? Gah, it doesn't matter.
You've got to help. He's gonna hurt me again.
Everyone take a deep breath. No one is hurting anyone else today. Right?
You seem to like beating up on little guys. Want to take a run at me?
Listen to me, dead man. What happens here does not concern you. Walk away.
He's been shaking me down for half my earnings, but now I can't afford to feed my family.
Take it easy. He's gonna walk away and leave you in peace, right?
Unless you want another arrow in your guts, turn around and leave us to our business. Or what? You'll die on me?
Have to admit, that's a good one.
This is getting tiresome. I wasn't really gonna hurt the apothecary, but I'm really, really gonna hurt you. Stand still, Outlander. This is gonna hurt.
Found you! You
Here they
should
come.
be dead!
I'm sick!
Got shot! Get him, boys!
Make way! Seen, unheard.
Yeah.
Hold on.
He sucks so.
There! Swine. This time, you're gonna...
Oh, what the?
Coming from your right.
I'm sick.
That's not hitting hard enough. I need a minute. Nothing's stopping me. Let's see what you got.
See, how do I consume the consumables but without...
I'm sick.
Look up, Envoy.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey! Over here! Give me a second.
Isokso!
I won't let him through! Come and get me! Take it off.
Whoa.
Still recover.
Right behind you.
There we go.
Can't believe they're dead. It's over.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Envoy, thank you for dealing with those miscreants. There's a plague on these streets, and they are a symptom.
A gang of bullies shaking down honest folk seems more like the cause to me.
It's no more dangerous here than anywhere else. It's just that monsters here have knives instead of fangs.
You even killed Thala, the biggest, baddest of them all. The Sparrowhawks are gonna come after you. They don't. That's the problem. You don't have to come to my defense. No one sticks their neck out for anyone in these parts. Poison? Let me take a look. Wait, I recognize that from my wares. It's oil distilled from Santa Torre, a berry native to the Living Lands.
Just that it's supposed to act quickly, and that you shouldn't mess with it if you don't know what you're doing.
So don't, under any circumstances, mix it up with moonberries.
And before you ask, I can't tell you who bought the poison. If word got around that I was ratting my clients out to the Adherents, it'd be the end of me. Damned if I do and damned if I don't, then. The truth is, I never saw the customer's face. They wore a hood. A monk's cowl, I believe. But I can tell you that Santa Torre is used in religious rituals. Prophets and seers will do anything to leave their bodies.
If you want mystic types, you want to go visit the Temple of Andra. Probably the only reason you'd want to go there.
On the other hand, Claviger Amond was cozy with plenty of mystics and oddballs. We could check out his estate for clues.
Go past the Hightown Gate to the north, then follow the road eastward until you reach the statue of Andra. Look, most Paradisans don't like the Adherents. We've been here for generations, and we knew how to handle our own. Adir changed that, and not for the better. Some of us have been more wronged by Adir than others. Well, wronged by the Steel Garrote. They're a minority of Paradisans, but they're willing to kill to strike back at Adir, even at an Imperial envoy.
Careful where you say that. The last thing Paradis needs is a Adherent panic.
I hope that I've been able to assist you in some small way. Good luck in your investigation, Envoy.
Alright.
So we're going to the temple to find a mystic to ask about the poison. Not what I imagine my day would be like.
You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it there.